morning. Hey, is it morning still? Let's check. Yeah, it's 10:28 a.m. Now, I came across this here information. It's from the Natural News. And now this here is really, this is beyond heavy here. Fauci's wife Christine is why children were enrolled in COVID vaccine trials. Now this is really heavy, guys, here. This article may contain statements that reflect the opinions of the author. And this is from Natural News. Christine Grady, Tony Fauci's wife, author of a paper that explains in detail how to enroll children in Wuhan coronavirus COVID-19 vaccine trials, we now know. Head of the Department of Bioethics at the National Institute of Health Clinical Center, Grady, just like her husband, appears to be obsessed with jabbing children and turning them into human hybrid chimeras using mRNA, messenger RNA chemicals. Wow. With funding from NIH, Grady and 4 co-authors got their paper published in the journal Pediatrics. Contains recommendations for when and how to enroll minors in vaccine trials for the coronavirus disease 2019. The cost that this delay poses to children, their families, and society provide strong reasons to consider enrolling minors in vaccine trials for COVID-19 before safety, efficacy, we call it EFFICACY, has been established in adults, Grady wrote in the paper. Recognizing that there were various benefits and drawbacks to the timing of children enrollment of those trials, Grady offered tips about how to try to legitimize the insertion of children into trials without a proven record of safety. Related, it was recently revealed that Pfizer labeled every severe adverse reaction to its COVID shots as unrelated. Wow. A different way to address this concern is to enroll minors after they were sufficient safety data in adults, but before there was evidence of size. Senior and her co-authors further wrote, to pursue the strategy, enrollment of minors should begin with those who are most familiar to adults from whom safety data was collected. When are Fauci and his wife going to stand before the tribunals? The publishing of Grady's paper comes about a year before health officials actually started recommending the jabs of children, suggesting that Grady helped crease the wheels of that later development. But Grady and her husband has been instrumental in the unleashing of the clot shot death jabs, in which have injured and killed millions of people, at this point making them mass murderers. Given the fact that Fauci directly funded the bat coronavirus research that led to the release of the Fauci flu. That's new. It is a major conflict of interest that his wife supervised the ethics of said research. This husband-wife duo essentially unleashed this pandemic from start to finish, committing serious crimes against humanity that have yet to be punished according to justice. This is some Nuremberg trial shit here, folks. Next step for these two is to face international tribunal for said crimes against humanity, which carries a serious punishment. We can only hope that such tribunals are formed soon and carry on behalf of millions of people who have suffered and died because of these creeps. In history, if there's anyone left to record it, Fauci will be known as a mass murderer on par and perhaps surpassing any known mass murderer, wrote a commentator at National News. In the words of Mortal Kombat, finish him. Often wrote another. No one elected that right-faced dictator, said another. His power over the world is disgusting. Someone else pointed out that Fauci did, in fact, orchestrate the pandemic from the very beginning, and his wife, we now know, played a critical role in that as well. He's still in power and still making decisions that are harming us. This person added, he is no expert or authority on viruses or epidemiology. Epidemiology. Etymology. Okay. Another wrote that Fauci called him a sad excuse for human being. Is it over 80-year-old now? And this is all he became. Not exactly a legacy that any other person would want to say at least. The latest news about the Fauci flu shots can be found in immunization.news. Source for this article includes naturalpulse.com and naturalnews.com. Wow. Study: millions of COVID survivors suffer long-term issues with smell and taste. That is some serious heavy shit. That is weird, man. That is some heavy shit there, man. But this is probably the kind of information that big tech would want to censor. That if anybody wants to post it or tweet it or upload it, this kind of information can be removed. But we're here on YouTube, okay? We're here on YouTube, and tell you what, this is some heavy shit, man. Some serious heavy shit, man. I tell you what, man. I don't know. I mean, we thought this guy was the sole guy that was a huge part of this shit. You know? But now we hear his wife is too. Now this is some snaky shit, but again, on the last video, I don't know how long, and this is the truth here, I don't know how long this video will it last, or will it be removed by YouTube, and I may or may not get a strike, a second strike, or something like that, or a strike and removed due to a misinformation policy violation, in which YouTube probably say, well, we think your content violates our misinformation policy. Just hope that YouTube will know you're listening, will probably once again violate their own TOS through their algorithms. You see there? Pun. Algorithm. Again, because this information here, man, this information, okay, this information is nuts, man. This is insane, serious, heavy fucking shit, man. This is heavy, dude. Heavy. Serious, heavy, man. And as I'm reading this, our mind is just like, what the hell? Like, I don't know, because early this year, in December of 2021, I got my first shot. Okay, late December, like 2 weeks to the end of December, that's my first shot. Got the Moderna shot, and end of January was the end of the week. The last week of January, I got my second shot, and haven't got the booster. Did get the booster. I didn't get the booster. Will I get it? No. Why? Because if you got the vaccine, 2 shots, why do you need the booster? Now this guy's saying, well, you need 4 boosters. You need 4 boosters. So I'm thinking about this, I'm like, why do you need 4 boosters when you only need 1 booster? One's enough, man. But so I'm reading this, and I'm like, you know what? These 2 dumbasses are like so exactly like the fucking Nazis did during the final solution bullshit. And I'll tell you what, if these 2 were involved in World War II, if these 2 would stand trial at Nuremberg and be sentenced to death for crimes against humanity. Right now, they're violating the Nuremberg Code. Okay? And, tell you what, I mean, it still boggles the mind here, man. It does. It still boggles the mind. I mean, shit. I mean, dude, it boggles the fucking mind, man, because you're thinking this guy was running shots over everything. He's not even. I mean, he ain't no doctor. He ain't no scientist. I mean, the guy doesn't know anything about men. I mean, he says, well, you need to get your shots. You need to wear a mask, maybe 2 or 3 at a time. Like, dude, go fuck yourself. Look, he says, if the GOP wants to investigate me, bring it on. They'll bring it. They'll all bring on all that. Because tell you what, they're gonna tell you what. I want to see this guy fry. I want to see this guy and his wife fry for their crimes against humanity. This would be a complete death sentence right here, a complete death sentence for both these idiots. If the tribunal makes it a capital murder, because life for a life, they killed millions of people. Hey, let's put these 2 idiots on trial, charge them, try and convict them. Hey, let's send them to old Sparky so they could send 100,000 volts up their ass, not their ears and shit. So it's really insane, because when you really look at it, okay, think. After all this, okay, after all this, for a while you think it's going to be over. Life's going to be boiled cherries and fart boxes and shit, And all of a sudden you hear about, well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the chicken pox arrived. Yeah. What human fart box came up with that idea? I tell you what, man, it's really, I don't know where to even go with this one, because look, now you hear about Mrs. Fauci, whose sister is doing 20 years for child trafficking with who? Jeffrey fucking Epstein. The guy who didn't hang himself. Ain't that a small world? Ain't that a small world? I mean, I don't know, man. Because this, again, is like real heavy. I don't know, man. I mean, just the idea, man, just the idea of reading this. It's just one of those things that it makes you think of who in the hell would want to enroll children in this COVID vaccine bullshit, and it boggles the mind, man. There's so many questions with no answers. There is questions with no answers. This one's a real fucking. I mean, what they're doing is almost as sinister and diabolical and very wicked as what the Nazis did to the Jews during that final solution bullshit. It's almost close, maybe even close. I mean, there are so many. I mean, again, there are so many questions that we all have, but this one, holy shit. His wife is a sister to Giselle Maxwell, who's doing 20 years of luxury, living up luxury style for 20 years. Same dumbass that trafficked teens for high upper class dipshits like Bill Clinton and Prince Andrew and shit, with Jeffrey Epstein and shit. And man, who's who in the higher ups was on that damn island. Holy fucking shit. Holy fucking shit. There's so many questions with so little answers that you're probably never going to get, to be honest. Even if you want the answers, we're not going to get them. Because they're not going to be held. They're going to find a way to be. They're going to find a way to fight from being held accountable. Which, look, those morons are accountable for lives lost, man. They say, well, it's safe. How do you know it's safe? How do you know? How do you know? Okay, this is the question. How do you know the shots are safe? How do you know that the Johnson & Johnson, the Pfizer, and the Moderna shots are safe? Was there a clinical trial? Was there any tests on these shots? But I mean, all of a sudden, you can't travel unless you get your shots. You can't do this or that unless you get your shots. We're not animals, We're human beings with thoughts and feelings and emotions, but some of us don't emotions. But some of us don't have emotions because, again, we're human beings with thoughts and feelings and emotions. But some of us are, well, most of us are emotionally constipated, which means we don't give a fuck. We'll just kick your ass. Thoughts, yeah. Feelings, no. Want to kick your ass? Yes. But how do we know that they're safe? I mean, now we hear about the dogs that were being tested, which were freed because Dr. Fauci was using them as test subjects for his sinister and evil shit, I'm I'm a dog guy. I like dogs. They're good. But if you do anything to a dog like that, it makes me want to email my foot to your ass. Well, basically, I'll just Hail Mary my foot to your ass, right? If I have to. Here's foot. Travel. Airmail. Who? Dr. Fauci's ass. From who? My foot. But in reality, joking aside here, this is some heavy, evil shit. Okay? Heavy, evil shit. Straight out insane. When some of you read this article, I tell you what, go to the Agent of Truth on Telegram and check out the article yourself. Agents of Truth, telegram.com/Agents of Truth. Or I'll get the app. I don't know, man. I tell you what, I'm gonna say it again. This is some heavy shit, man. Fucking heavy shit, dude. But check out the article of Agents of Truth on Telegram and read for yourself and come to your own conclusion. Because look, right now, my mind is like, dude, I don't know, man. Because after reading this, holy crap, man. Heavy shit, man. Like, real heavy shit, dude. My friend Noble got me into these guys. And, like, serious, man. Like, some serious shit. But, they were banned on Twitter. Okay. Conspiracy Bot was banned off of Twitter, and over the monkeypox bullshit. You know. Now the question is, where did this monkeypox come from? You know, that question. Could be from a lab. Could it came from a monkey's fart box? Who knows? You know, but I'll let you guys do that research, and go from there. All right. Please share this video, and if you're new to this channel, leave a like, subscribe, comment below, hit the bell for notification, and always live healthy, happy, and wise. I love you guys. This is Grandmaster Revan. I'll see y'all guys in that video. Peace out. Godspeed.